Celica, the warrior priestess hailing from Zofia, has just been revealed for Fire Emblem Engage. So what information can we extract from the Emblem of Echoes, the wielder of her ring, Céline, and her older brother, Alfred? Her description via Twitter reads, "The Emblem Celica, also known as Emblem of Echoes, is a princess and warrior priestess from a bountiful nation, a survivor of the Zophian royal family from the Outrealm continent of Valentia." To kick things off in the quick dialogue exchange between her and Alir, Celica, the leading lady from Just Play Gaiden Bro and Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, accepts Alir's request to lend her her strength to bring peace to the world.
一日も早く平和な世界を取り戻すために私に力を貸してもらえませんか？もちろんよ。全力で手伝わせてもらうわ。
Then we jump into a quick fight sequence with Céline and Celica paired together. Just before the battle begins, you can see an Armor Knight and a Pegasus Knight in the top right corner, ready to be recruited. But as for the battle itself, the Celica ring grants a boost to Celine's attack and resistance. Like Marth and Alir, Céline also is granted several more skills thanks to the ring. In battle, Céline is equipped with fire and deals 15 damage and is able to double the knight. Given that the actual trailer showcased Celica engaged with Céline casting Ragnarok, there's not much else to observe. It seems like the reception, though, of Celica's official art is a little mixed. Some people really think this atelier style looks good, while others think she looks like a doll. And if you ask me, I do so far lean towards the latter camp. The OCs look good in this style, but as for the ethereal vibe of Marth and Celica, the faces do seem a bit off. It's like their noses are styled in a certain way that makes them kinda not there. The in-game model, though, looks way better in both instances in my opinion, but still I'm not super sold on these portraits wherever they end up being used. Now let's move on to Céline and Alfred. We'll go with Céline first because wow, get a load of that dress. Céline and Alfred are the princess and prince of the peaceful land of Firen. And it looks like upon having this dialogue exchange with Alir, they just saved Céline out of a tough bind as they answered her call for aid.
神竜様にお礼を申し上げたくて、アルフレッドお兄様から聞きました。フィレネーの救援依頼を受けてくださったこと、それからここで助けてくださったことも、本当にありがとうございます。
Céline herself is described as a philanthropist, always seeks to negotiate peace, but is willing to fight for it too, so very much like Celica, personality-wise. This likeness extends even further with her battle sequence, as she is also able to equip swords. In this Fog of War map, she's equipped with a Slim Sword, Iron Sword, an Armor Slayer, Fire, and a Vulnerary. At 12 seconds of this clip from the Céline showcase, it looks like dagger units are back from Fates. Though this time, and unlike that game in Heroes, their icon is an inverted colorless sword rather than a shuriken. Later on, Alfred is introduced along with two retainers who haven't gotten official bios yet. AT, the archer briefly seen in the first trailer, and this absolutely massive dude. There's been an axe fighter in several clips so far, and he fits the bill from afar. I honestly can't get over the design of this guy, and he's just like so ridiculously huge. He really reminds me of like Big Nods. His dialogue with Alir is him being shocked at their awakening.
フィレネ王国のアルフレッド？
あ、君はまさか神竜様？ついに目覚めたのかい？
はい。
そうか。よかった。この時をどれだけ待ち望んだことか。
And in his battle clip, we see some green units scrapping, and he's equipped with a simple iron lance, along with a javelin, vulnerary, and a poleaxe, although he can't actually use it and is probably holding it for someone else. Lastly, as an aside, all the in-game footage that has been shown seems to confirm that Engage is breaking the tradition of characters having 2D character portraits. The game will use their 3D models instead, and have them used for battle cutscenes and perhaps even supports. If this is indeed the case, I'm not sure I like this change. Expressive portraits have been a staple in the franchise for so long at this point. I understand that facial expressions and the ability to express these things through their models has developed and is quite good for Engage so far, but it does strike me as a little strange that Alir just sort of stares blankly while being talked to, while the other speaker has no 3D model at all. It's nice seeing the still expressive portraits show emotion to suit a situation. I will say though, the models in the combat forecast are sick. It's a really cool idea. I'm just not really sold on the minor part of this dialogue just yet. Are they trying to emulate Echoes or just try something new? I won't be surprised if we soon see Sigurd coming up next. The real intrigue now is seeing Micaiah and Roy in action, as they're the other two emblems that we've seen in the trailer, and whoever comes next. I suppose they're going chronologically: Marth, Celica, Sigurd, Leif, Roy, Lyn, and so on. Still, that's a long period of drip-feeding clips up to the release of the game in January. Maybe they'll drop a new trailer with a lot more information. What are your thoughts on these emblem portraits? What about the design of Alfred and Céline? For me, Alfred's design is so kooky and out there that it kind of circles back into like revolutionary in a comedic way. Like, you're a trailblazer in this regard. Céline, though, I think her design is really, really nice, and I don't really know what to make of the dress's like ruffles part. It's very random and I've never seen anything like it, so that's a thing. I really want to know who that fighter is. I really want to know who this absolute tank of a unit is. He just resonates with me for some reason. He's just he looks so plain, but he's just this monster. He reminds me of that grass type Pokemon trainer of the Pokemon game I've never played, but I've always seen him just be kind of memed on because he was like so jacked. Anyway, with that all being said, a lot of these characters from Lithos and Farine all seem to be closely linked geographically, so I really hope that the other characters featured in this promotional art get shown soon. There are other nations in Elyos, meaning character designs will hopefully greatly vary in these areas, but only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think of these new clips, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.